going on, members of the team? My coach for Kansas City Nidokings, and today we have our Week 10 DBL team prep for J-Blitz and the St. Louis Swellows. It's been a long day, so I'm kind of ready to get this battle over with, but it should be a fun battle. J-Blitz is awesome dude. You should definitely check him out. He's also helped me many times in the past, so definitely go check him out. Anyways, I'm going to read over the team that I built for his. You can actually see it up there because I don't have the whole setup for the DBL yet. I'll be doing that when it comes to next season, when I change my team, because I already have the sidebar built for that, or made for that. Anyways, his team is Landorus, Therian, Sylveon, I almost said Silvally, Jolteon, Suicune, Hitmontop, Darmanitan, Drapion, Metagross, Cradily, Noivern, and Avalugg. So he's got several Pokemon that are like very solid walls, and some Pokemon that are like offensive, and some that are a mix, which is it was kind of hard to build around, but I think I built a good team. One thing I noticed, he has a really heavy weakness to ground, because he's only got, obviously, the Landorus who avoids, and the Noivern who avoids. Everything else gets hit by Earthquake, and the only Pokemon, I think it hits neutral on literally everything. Everything that it hits neutral. So Earthquake, once again, ground is super good against his entire team. That's one thing I've noticed about many teams who played this season, is that their ground is a huge weakness for them. So I have my big ground type coming this week. Anyways, we're starting off here with Rem the Gardevoir, holding the Gardevoir with Hyper Voice, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Hidden Power Ground. Hyper Voice, once again, just stat a very good move. Let's see, does he have any I think Darmanitan is his only resistance, and Metagross. Darmanitan and Metagross are the only resistances to Hyper Voice. Darmanitan doesn't want to take a Hyper Voice. 55 defenses, like, no way. Psychic hits really hard on that. It hits just really hard. Once again, I believe it's only, let's see, I think Metagross is his only resistance to Psychic, except for Drapion, who's immune. But, so that's really good. And Shadow Ball is mainly for the Metagross, because that's really the only thing I need it for. And then Hidden Power Ground, because it hits literally everything but Noivern and whatever it is that has Levitate, or whatever I was talking about earlier. So, Landorus. Not Levitate, it's a flying type, so. Anyways, yeah, I'm running a bulky Gardevoir. This is the first time I've run bulky on in this season for Gardevoir. I tried to make it speedy, but base 100 is just not a good enough speed tier to outspeed a lot of things. On his team, I don't know how fast Sylveon is. I believe Landorus Therian is 91. Yep, Landorus Therian is 91. That's perfect. You know, thinking about it, I may end up being able to run a speedy Rem this week and have things work out. Jolteon and Darmanitan are the well, actually Darmanitan is base 80, and it's most likely going to be Scarf, so I don't know if I'd live a hit from it. Definitely Jolteon is the only thing that outspeeds, and Noivern, I believe, does as well. I don't know about Drapion. I'll actually check it real quick. Drapion has base 95. Actually, holy cow, Mega Gardevoir is actually perfect speed tier wise. I was saying how bad it was, but you know, it's not. And then 123 for Noivern. So Noivern and Jolteon outspeed. Noivern doesn't even have that great of attack stats. So this could be an easier battle than I expected. But speaking of which, we're going to actually make this a speedy Gardevoir, because I can put a lot of investment into that. And what I can do is I can go and calc and see how much speed I need to invest in order to outspeed Jolly Landorus, because I will outspeed with Timid. I don't have to be max, so if I could use those EVs otherwhere in bulk, such as like defense, that'd be really nice. Okay, so I'm able to save, how much is that? So I can put 184 in speed, and I can use, wow, 72. That's beautiful. What defense stat do I want to put that in? I mean, I suppose the biggest threat to this thing would be that the Metagross, because, I don't know, Gardevoir hits Drapion super hard too. So I'm gonna up the defense stat. That's really nice, actually. I'm able to put 72 in defense. That's perfect. That little extra speed, actually, Drapion, that's what I needed to calc, because I need to outspeed, max speed Drapion. Okay, so I can run 212 and have it be a speed tie, so I'm gonna run 216 in speed in order to, outspeed, max speed, Jolly, Drapion, and then put the rest in defense. That's still 40 in defense, so that's decent. Anyways, yeah, I explained why I'm doing the moves, and now you know why I'm doing the AVs this way. It outspeeds max speed Drapion, and special attack just freaking wreck things, and then 40 in defense to do some good damage. So pretty cool stuff. And if you don't know, the Mega Speed thing updates as soon as you Mega Evolve in this generation. So that works out very nicely. So pretty cool stuff. That's around for us. Next up we have Kitty the Electivire with Choice Scarf with Motor Drive, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Cross Chop, Wall Charge. Running Motor Drive, obviously, pretty much. I just said. Anyway, because of Jolteon, because it can go for Volt Switches, it can Thunderbolt and attempt to do stuff. So if I can get that speed boost, I will outspeed it, which it actually already outspeeded the Scarf, provided it's not Scarf. But why would you Scarf a Jolteon? It's already so damn fast. So anyways, yeah, so I just gotta be careful because Jolteon has Volt Absorb, so if I hit that thing with an Electric type move and it has not max HP, it'll get that HP back, so... Yeah, Earthquake, obviously, as I said, it works really well against his entire team. Ice Punch hits those 2 Pokemon that are unaffected by Earthquake. So, Kitty's just right there, covers the entire team. Cross Chop is mainly... what did I bring Cross Chop? I guess it hits Cradily super hard, as well as Avalugg. That's the reason I brought that. And the Wild Charge hits Pokemon like that Suicune, hits Sylveon super hard. It should hit really everything hard except for that. The Jolteon and the Landorus being immune to it, so pretty cool stuff. It'll hit Noivern hard because Noivern doesn't have amazing defenses, so pretty cool stuff. And Kitty's a literal beast. And he was rocking max attack, max speed. Why am I running Jolly? I should be going Adamant because provided nothing's outsped. Because if he Scarfs his Drapion and if he runs Jolly, outspeeds Kitty. But if he doesn't, if he runs Adamant like me, it's a speed tie. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Adamant Nature, max attack, max speed. 4 in defense because it's a really bad stat, and he's also got that Drapion, so maybe I can live a hit just like by that 1 HP. That could be very helpful, so you never know. Anyways, yeah, that's Kitty for us. Next up, we have Aquamarine, the Primarina, who hasn't come in a while. I'm rocking Grassium Z on it with Energy Ball, Scald, Moonblast, and Hidden Power Steel. So, Grassium Z is mainly to hit that Suicune super hard. I got that as recommendation from Roshi because I was asking him about my team, what he thought about it. So that thing will hit... I mean, because otherwise... Suicune, I think, it can really outstall if I have Energy Ball, but Grassium Z can hit that Suicune super hard, which would be really nice. Thinking about it, I may end up just changing to Waterium Z or Fairyum Z because it's like super good against his entire squad. Because Grass really only hits that Suicune. Yeah, I actually do think that's a better idea. I'm gonna go Fairyum Z. So yeah, that's actually, Fairyum Z is way better, because Water is resisted by Noivern, Suicune. Well, actually, it's pretty much the same either way. But Moonblast is a stronger move, so that Z move would be stronger. Pretty cool stuff. Scald just is a good move. If I can hit some of his physical attackers, such as that, like Lando, that'll be really the only thing I have for Lando, because I'm carrying Hidden Power Steel for Sylveon, so it kind of can't stun me out as much. It also hits Cradily. That's one of the other reasons, because it wasn't bringing Ice Beam. I have Moonblast hits that Dragon type, so pretty much Aquamarine is once again just going to be a very, very good Pokemon to have. So... yeah, Moonblast is Fairy hits everything super effective, or at least neutral for all but 2 Pokemon, and then Hidden Power Steel is mainly for Sylveon and Cradily, so pretty cool stuff. And we're rocking max HP, max special attack, modest nature, 4 in special defense, just so I can probably live a hit from, I could live a hit from Jolteon easily, as long as it's not Choice Specs modest. And, I could take a hit from Sylveon a little bit better. So, pretty cool stuff. That's Aquamarine for us. She doesn't come in a couple weeks, I don't think. Let's actually see. We can check our squad here. When the last time actually, she came last week. Excuse me. I'm wrong. Completely wrong. Anyways, next up we have Toothpick, our other 6th Gen Mon. Mudsdale with lefties. Stamina, Earthquake, Counter, Close Combat, Heavy Slam. So, Counter is, let's see, what was that for originally? We were going over something. I wanted to bring Chansey, and he had, the thing is, we thought he'd kind of over-prepare for Chansey, give something a super big hit in order to do this damage to Chansey, but Toothpick can take those hits better. It also has stamina, so its defense will rise as long as it's in there. It'll be really nice. It'll get that constant leftovers recovery, and that'll be really nice. So Earthquake with 56 attack, Animate Nature, I was trying to I think that, I mean, obviously it KO'd Darmanitan. Was that Metagross? Was I calcing for Metagross? Because Toothpick has an incredible base 1 in 25 attack stat, so I don't even need to invest too much. I'm pretty sure it was Metagross that I was looking over. I literally typed Toothpick in again. And Drapion can't do anything. Okay, Earthquake does 79 to 94. Well, no, it was Drapion, wasn't it? It was Drapion, I'm pretty sure I was calcing. Yeah, Earthquake has a very, very high chance to KO. And that allowed me to put some extra attacks and special defense, because, to be honest, Toothpick isn't amazing against the rest of his squad. Obviously, it can do very nicely against that Sylveon and hit super hard with that Heavy Slam. Close Combat works well against that Avalugg, kind of obliterates it, does a lot to Cradily, hits Metagross and Drapion for neutral. I believe his only resistance to fighting is Landorus and Noivern, so fighting also is very decent against his entire squad. Counter is mainly, if I stay, let's see, what exactly would I stay in on? I don't know, anything. I really wanted to run counter on Chansey this week because of all his physical attackers, so I decided to run a counter on Toothpick. I mean, this Pokemon doesn't have that great of a learn set. It's basically got 4 moves you can pretty much run on it, which are Earthquake, Close Combat, Heavy Slam, and Rock Slide. You can also do Counter, and that's really about all it gets. So, sadly, Mudsdale is not that great in this scene, but it's such a bulky Pokemon with a great typing and ground that it's able to do very nicely for me this match. So, we recommend max HP, 56 in attack, Adamant Nature, because that basically OHKOs Drapion, and then 200 special defense, so I can maybe win a Stall War against Suicune. You never know. So pretty cool stuff. I would have been able to run Assault Vest had I not been running counter, but I really wanted to do counter. Actually, I need to check that, because I heard that Assault Vest doesn't affect Mirror Coat, so I wonder if counter is the same thing. Pokemon. That's beautiful. Okay. And apparently it's not affected by Taunt too, so that's very nice. So I'm actually going to run Assault Vest on this guy. That's beautiful. It's actually amazing. I knew that I heard about Mirror Code not doing that, mainly. I think it was A-Drive who mentioned that. So I wanted to counter does the same thing, and that I wanted to check that, so I'm very glad that I'm able to counter on this guy with the Assault Vest, so that's really nice. Anyways, next up we have Bulbul the Empoleon with the Rocky Helmet, with Defog, Stealth Rock, Scald, Knockoff, pretty typical set, max physical defense, max HP, 4 in attack, and a Impish Nature, so this thing is going to be an insane thing to take down. Mainly, I'm running this because, I mean, he's got Drapion. Drapion often hits with moves like Night Slash and Cross Poison, which actually hit make contact, so that will he'll take Rocky Helmet damage from that. If I end up needing to swap this thing in because of Darmanitan, then Darmanitan will take some damage. I might end up taking out Empoleon, but at the same time, it'll do that damage to the Darmanitan as well. Metagross, who decides to go for Bullet Punch or something like that. So the Pokemon I want to hit physically, Bubble Butt is really my counter for it. Water, Steel being such a good typing, it just helps, and, you know. Defog, I need to get rid of Rocks. I mean, Rocks aren't a huge issue for my team, but he's got several Rockers. Does he? I think, actually, Lando gets it, and I think Cradily does too, maybe Avalugg does. Doesn't really matter. Rocks aren't a super big issue to this squad, so I may end up swapping Stealth Rocks, because I don't really need, I don't really need Defog, is what I'm saying. Because Rocks will be very decent to have on his. So I may end up... I'm going to go Aqua Jet, I think. No, I'm going to go Earthquake, because I already mentioned how ground works so well against his team. So we're going to add Earthquake to his squad, or add Earthquake to his thing, and do some damage. It says Bulky Physical Sweeper, but I want this thing to be my physical wall, so I don't have to worry that much. I may end up just running a Relaxed Nature. I don't know what has 60 speed on his team. Okay, so I can actually... that means I can run a Relaxed Nature. I don't have to lower my special attack any, which is nice, so Scald does a little bit more damage. I'm really glad I talked these over before I actually go into the battle. It lets me look over my sets and think about what I can actually do to change them and whatnot, so pretty cool stuff. Max HP, max defense, 4 in attack, so I can boost the power of Earthquake and knock off just a little bit more, and Relaxed Nature, so I don't hinder any of my stats that I actually need, because this thing I'm pretty sure will outspeed both Cradley and Avalugg anyway. So, this is the only two with speed lower than Bubblehead here. But anyways, pretty typical set. That's about it. So next up, and finally, we have Hoodlum, the Scrafty, rocking Assault Vest, because this thing is going to be very key to the match. With Intimidate, Knockoff, Ice Punch, Iron Head, and Drain Punch. So, this thing is going to hit super hard. I already mentioned how Fighting also does very nicely against this team. The only Pokemon that do resist the Fighting typing get hit by Ice Punch, so that works out really nicely. The only two Pokemon that are immune to the ground are hit by Ice, so it's very nice. Knockoff is a good stab move. I don't really need Dark on this team because he has no weaknesses to Metagross. Everything else, most other things actually resist it. I could be wrong. I'm not even going to go for that, but it's pretty cool. Pretty much anyway. Iron Head is mainly for Sylveon. I don't remember if this thing gets Poison Jab, but I'd rather run Iron Head anyway, because he does have the Steel type in Metagross that he can swap into to avoid the damage from Poison Jab entirely. And then Drain Punch is a good stab move. It hits, as I said, Fighting hits his team very nicely, and Drain Punch allows me to get some health back, so that gives me some decent recovery. Pretty cool stuff. We're rocking Max HP, Max Attack, Adamant Nature, 4 in Special Defense, mainly so I can just take a hit from Sylveon better. I'm also running Assault Vest because of that Sylveon. I could easily run this thing lefties and get some extra recovery, because, I mean, nothing really wants to take Scrafty on. This thing is very, very, very good. It's got really good bulk and whatnot. I may end, I don't know. I was thinking I was going to drop a little bit from HP and put it in physical defense, but I don't really need it in physical defense. So, pretty cool stuff. So that is the team we are bringing for Jay and the St. Louis Swellows. Really enjoyed it. If you did appreciate let's hope we can get back on track. I've had, like, what, was it 3 straight losses or something like that? So it hasn't been a couple of good weeks for me. Yeah, so 3 straight losses, all by more than 2. So, I'd like to pull this back, even if it's just a close loss, as long as I have a good match. Like, that's what I want. I want a good match after the TTM that I participated in. I'm probably not even going to do a video on that because I didn't really like the attitude of one of the players in my group. So, I don't really feel like giving him the gratification of seeing that online. Yeah, I don't like him. Anyways, that's all I'm going to this video. If you did appreciate it, in the description below you'll find a link to the DBL Twitter as well as Jay's channel. So thanks so much for watching. Let's go Nidokings.